Hello, Internet. My name's Freddie. This here Justin. We done did gone hunting. Damn Bigfoots.
We sure did.
We done did found them. And what the did we watch?
Bro, for real.
Welcome to Cinemeal. Redneck Freddie and Redneck Justin here to talk about Sasquatch Sunset.
Howdy, y'all.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
So, Justin, you may not know this about me, but I'm kind of a connoisseur of Sasquatch movies.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
not a lot of people do, and a lot of people don't know how many Sasquatch movies there are. There's, of course, Eduardo Sanchez, who made Blair Witch, did exist. You got Willow Creek by Bobcat Goldthwait. You got Hoax. You got Strange Wilderness by Happy Madison Productions. You got The Legend of Boggy Creek, The Legend of Boggy Creek 2, and The Legend Continues, which is filmed here in Texas way back in the day by Charles B. Pierce. Then you've also got The Greatness.
This man's going off right now.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you got Harry and The Hendersons, which is like one of the greatest Bigfoot movies ever. You got Legend of the Black Lake. You got Ryan Schifrin's Abominable. You got Sasquatch itself. Like, the list goes on, dog. And I've seen almost every one of them. And I have seen the legendary Patterson Gimlin footage where it's all like, I'm a fan of cryptids, man. What can I say?
I mean, I will agree. Cryptids are dope.
I got a Wookiee here, dog. I love Wookiees.
Okay, but like...
Big hairy motherfucker, because I am one.
My question, though, is...
Yeah.
Was it a good Sasquatch movie?
You know what, man? I'm here to tell you. Because I walked in this movie having nothing other than the trailer, seeing two Sasquatches doggy style.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be incredible. Or terrible.
Yeah.
Or terribly incredible.
That was my thought, too. It's like, it's only going to go one or the other.
Yeah. In all honesty, I can't believe an entire movie with no dialogue other than for like an hour and a half kept me enthralled literally until the very last shot. So this is by the Zellners, who they worked for fucking Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of shorts. And some of the shorts they have are random Sasquatch shorts. But they look like some weird that like fucking Ford Coppola or Lucas would do in their college days. We're like, there's just a shot of the Bigfoot here. He's giving birth. Look, little head coming out the butthole in a tree. Because that's literally one of their shorts. Is just this Sasquatch in a tree going, and a baby falls out of it. Now, obviously, it doesn't fall out its ass, but it looks like it falls out its ass.
That was on the pre-show. Yeah.
And George Lucas was like, genius. I just masturbated to this. Look at the artistry. And I'm like, what the f***? So, like, seeing those shorts, I was like, what the f*** are we getting into?
Yeah.
And then it happened.
It happened.
Now, Justin, I quite enjoyed this movie, literally, until the end. What did you think about it? Because we both walked out of there silently.
Yeah, well, because we don't want to tell each other how we feel.
Yeah, but also I think we would have walked out silently either way.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of like, what do we want?
I mean, overall, I was in the movie. You know
I was
what
into
mean?
it, dude, yeah.
The ending was absolute trash. The rest of the movie, like, it felt like I was watching a nature documentary.
It felt like,
Yeah.
so it felt like The Legend of Boggy Creek. Like I said, Charles B. Pierce's movie, Texarkana, he's a fucking legend here for us as an independent 70s filmmaker. And his movie, Legend of Boggy Creek, is done semi-documentary style, mostly documentary style, about the Boggy Creek Monster, which is a type of Sasquatch, but localized here.
Yeah.
I thought at first it might be some kind of a wild man. I couldn't tell with all that hair just what it was.
And then there's also a Sasquatch movie in the 70s just called Sasquatch that is also very documentary style. The music in this movie feels very operatic 70s. And the shooting style feels very 70s. Up until they go into the human camp and find the boombox that's clearly very 80s, I thought this was a 70s set movie.
Yeah.
And I think also for me personally, because I love 70s movies and 70s style semi-docu cryptid movies like that, I was very into it.
You know what I really dug about this movie is it basically made the humans the cryptid.
Yeah, because you don't see any humans the whole
There's
movie.
literally 4 actors in this whole movie.
You got Jesse Eisenberg which the Jesse Eisenberg Sasquatch, you could tell, because everyone's like, oh, and Jesse Eisenberg, oh. Like, it's the from Zombieland.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of the performances, one of the Zellners is the
Yeah.
alpha. I don't know who plays the kid, but Riley Keough, who she's in a bunch of movies I've seen. I've just never noticed her.
I don't recognize her.
Weirdly to me, there's she's in Mad Max.
What?
Yeah, she's in Fury Road. But like, I don't recognize her in any of these movies. However, after seeing her performance in this movie, I do think she needs an Oscar for it. The irony of the fact that she's covered in hair and scratching, smelling her vagina. And
I'm not gonna lie,
Oscar
though.
winning, dude.
That was so uncomfortable. Like,
but then there's one point where Eisenberg Sasquatch is like one with nature, and he's like rubbing a moss tree, and he's feeling up. And then there's like this like spiritual moment where he's like, oh, and his little pee-pee rocket's popping out, and it's like, oh, and I was like, whoa, okay. Because that was the other thing too, is like I could not understand.
And then he tries to his mom.
Is that his mom? That's what I'm saying.
That is the question.
We don't. So like,
we don't know.
Really
we don't know. Yeah,
you know, one of them's a kid.
Yeah.
One of them's the alpha. One of them's the only female.
I mean, the way that the.
But okay, so the sign language are like.
Yeah.
But I was like, are they related, or is he just another Sasquatch? Just like, I'm gonna roll with these fools.
I feel like they were related.
Dude.
It is, but.
And they have like Eisenberg Sasquatch is like counting. He's like the whole movie's trying to figure out mathematics.
Yeah, which I didn't really completely get that whole. Yeah, but.
And then they had Cartman's.
I guess it's like,
they had Cartman's hand.
Oh,
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Like literally, they watched South Park.
Don't think just because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco flavored kisses, honey.
And we're like, let's make one of the Sasquatch. We're like,
yeah,
like, that's me when I lose my
kid, right?
Yeah. He's like, I was like, damn, dude, you wicked Ewok over here, but he's like, I got my best friend. I was like, but like, Riley Keough's female Sasquatch emotes so much with her eyes.
Yeah.
And the entire movie, I'm like, this film is a tragedy on the female condition, but a tragedy on the female condition in a underdeveloped civilization.
Yeah.
Holy because all she's there is
she stood her ground, bro.
She did. She said, you're not going to me, sir.
Yeah.
You're high on dingleberries that you ate from a bush.
Yeah.
And then he tried to a bobcat.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. That's like my favorite part of the whole movie.
Where, yeah, he's like, he looks at this
he starts
bobcat.
eating mushrooms and
yeah.
And he's tripping balls. He's tripping balls, which is like...
he goes out to the woods and he's like... like just...
Yeah, just
torrential
throw up, just draining down his beard.
Yeah, he's like...
yeah, dude. And then his dick gets eaten off by a bobcat.
And eats his stomach up and
crazy.
And you know what the Sasquatch's main weapon of defense is? Their hands and throw it.
Their hands and throwing it, and they just keep hitting the dead
body. And I'm like desecrating it. It's fine. But they have like a religious ceremony to bury him.
Yeah.
And the other one.
So with the scene where he's like tripping and everything, it reminds me of I think it's not the Great Ape Theory, but it's the...
we all took psychotropics.
Yeah, throughout time, psychotropics gave us...
We got our third eye and saw!
Basically, our consciousness is what... there's a lot of theory that's where consciousness comes from.
You talk about evolution through drugs, son.
Yeah, I sure am, sir.
Drug evolution.
I love me some drugs.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, I can't get off the fact that I do think Riley Keough needs an Oscar for this performance.
She was the best part of the whole movie.
Oh my god. Here's the thing too. Like when I say like it is a commentary on the female condition of society.
Well, I mean the alpha's a dumbass.
Yes, he's a idiot. She's the only reason they're surviving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like I was trying to like you're watching this movie and you're like, what is the purpose?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
And they have this thing where every night they all take some sticks and they hit some trees.
They're trying to find the homies, bro.
And that's what I was wondering. I was like, is the entire I thought it was like one of those like nature documentaries like, and the boss will go over here, lay their eggs and have their babies hatch and the babies have to find their way home. And I thought that was the thing was like they went to go
I think we were watching like what in this world of the Sasquatch world and they're like they're the last of their kind.
But they don't know it.
Yeah. And
So they're
just
searching.
hope, yeah. They're like, and that's probably a tradition that has gone through generation to generation.
Well, and throughout the whole movie, there's traps by humans.
Yeah.
Like that's the only bastion of humanity you see is traps and up.
They have a bear trap.
They got bear trap. They got a chicken that's laying eggs for them.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm like, okay, so in this reality, maybe like the Sasquatches are known to people.
Yeah.
And they're like, we gotta kill them all. We'll take them out like the dodo.
Maybe, but I do feel like what you were saying earlier is like it does feel like it's set like 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Like whenever deforestation became a huge part of like, which I feel like that was also a huge statement in the movie of like,
because they did see a bunch of like stumps and
and then fucking
he
Jesse
died by a
Eisenberg.
log.
And it was one of the cut down ones that was marked. And then, like, dumbass that he is,
starts counting the rings.
He starts counting the rings, and then he's like, you know what? What's a good idea? Let's get up on top of this log.
He's like a circus act.
Yeah, and then he's like trying to stay on, and then falls and gets trapped, and it's one of the hardest parts to watch.
I don't know. I think the hardest part to watch, which was really horrifying, was when after Jesse Eisenberg is dead, Alpha's dead, and then Homegirl has the baby, and she's sleeping with the kid and the baby, and she wakes up and the baby's eyes are like rolled back, which is a little puppet. It's a puppet.
Yeah, it's a puppet.
And the only CGI is they CGI the eyes.
Okay.
But like it's great because like there's like the puppet moves every so often.
Yeah.
Where you're like, Muppets?
I was gonna say though,
Muppets take
she
Manhattan?
was sleeping.
Muppets take Manhattan in the forest?
She was sleeping on top of the baby.
And it's like
it's yeah, like it was.
And I'm sitting there,
I'm just like, oh, this movie couldn't get any more horrifying. Like,
and she's like beating the out of it, like.
I know. I was like, she's about to like rattle that thing to death, bro.
And, no,
like,
it rattled it back to life.
Yeah,
I
was like,
and I was like, oh, me, dude.
Yeah, that was a rough scene.
So,
that was a rough scene.
Spoilers, obviously, if you haven't watched this movie, but the movie just ends.
Yeah,
like they make it to a Bigfoot gift shop.
Yeah, and
they
just,
look at a giant Sasquatch.
Looking at this giant Sasquatch.
They're looking at Sweet Fang.
The kid Sasquatch is like trying to do the noise again.
Yeah,
like that and that signifies
because they're looking at this Sasquatch statue.
Yeah, and it's like that signifies it's like that's what they were trying to find, and it's like this is what they found.
Justin,
what?
Can I say something?
Yes.
I was told this week something that blew my mind.
What is it?
Because I was talking about how this movie just ends.
Yeah.
And my friend, she says, no, you don't understand. The ending, it was the ending for them because they found their effigy, their god. And I was like, that is their effigy. That is their god. Consumerism.
Yeah.
Their literal entire existence as the last of their species is American consumerism for the masses, the paranoids, and the cryptid hunters. And they're dying out from it.
Yeah.
And they have nowhere else to go because what if it's even more f***ed up? What if that forest right there that was cleared out for the Bigfoot shop where you can buy little tiddlywits and like that was where their that's where their breeding ground to come home to was, where all the Sasquatches are supposed to meet. And as the Sasquatches trek back, there's nothing there for them, and they're and I'm sorry I hit you. I was just what the man? Because it's like, damn.
Yeah.
And I just thought of that just now. That blew my mind as we talk. Oh my god.
I mean, I definitely
we killed the Squatches, dog.
Well, yeah, that's
Harry
pretty
got
evident.
no Hendersons.
Nope, no Hendersons here.
Visually, aesthetically, as a lover of 70s documentary style, I was very visually pleased.
Yeah.
Speaking of Harry and the Hendersons, Rick Baker, makeup artist extraordinaire, that's one of his crowning achievements. There is a joke in Hollywood where if you're a filmmaker who has or wants to make a Sasquatch, Bigfoot movie, they constantly are like, the Patterson Gimlin footage is real. Because the joke is, do you know how hard it is to make a makeup for a Sasquatch? The hair falling off, shit everywhere. Yeah. But like Rick Baker, guy who gave us American Werewolf in London makeup, he did Harry for Harry and the Hendersons. That being said, as I talk about how aesthetically pleasing this is to my 70s love and documentary style, I also found the Sasquatches to be amazingly done. I do not know who the effects artist was, but dear God.
I can only imagine how long they were sitting in the chair, bro.
Dude. Like, and each one was completely different. Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, you have a hard time figuring out who's who in there, but it's not because of the look. It's because none of them speak. Yeah. But once you see each one of them interact with each other, their personalities, it is a mind-moving movie. This is a exercise in mime, dude.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, as actors, the four of them, that's another amazing feat of this movie. This movie's goofy as but also, like, it's one of those movies that I feel like is goofy as hell, but has so much undertone to it, and so much, like...
Well, it has a lot of heart. It has a lot of
like, filmmaking expertise on both an acting and a visual level. Yeah. So I was very pleased. I was awestruck. The amount of times I laughed, the amount of times I was just like, damn. And, like, when the mom and the kid, when they're listening to music first time, they're like, and right now we're gonna play the music, and we're just gonna zoom in on me. Like,
yeah.
Damn, dude. Damn.
It was an entertaining movie, but I feel like it's more of a, like, to me that's a very spiritual piece.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was very, like,
this is some people who worked on Red vs. Blue would do.
I know, which is
caboose for life, dog.
Yeah, I mean, the comedy definitely showed like it was definitely,
it was literal butt humor.
Yeah, but with this
butt humor,
like this thing that you
sense
know
of
is
nature.
Yeah, the sense of nature. But then you start seeing these red X's on the trunks of the trees.
I do feel like it is a very as much it is like a 70s. 80s style piece. I do feel like it is very reflective of our culture now, in the sense of, like, look, we're all f***ed up, we all jerk off.
We're all just f***ing animals here, man.
But we also all have these like, you know, spiritual desires, wants, and needs. Yeah. And it kind of seems like we just saw the human condition in The Missing Link. Yeah. Which I don't really, off the top of my head, because most of the Sasquatch movies, almost all the Sasquatch movies I've seen are horror movies, other than Harry and the Hendersons, which that's like, I love John Lithgow, I'm a Sasquatch. I know. Like, okay, like, cool. Emote those motors in your eyes, Rick Baker. And the more I think about, like, okay, so we've done a couple movies now where I talk about, like, I remember specifically the Kongzilla one where I'm like, I don't know if I'd ever watch this again. Yeah. Ironically, this movie, I would probably watch multiple times. I'll probably add it to my Sasquatch collection. It's just the ending pissed me off.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I know what the ending's gonna be, and I don't know if I want to live through that again. What feels
is like there's that scene where the mom and the alpha are and the other two are just like they're just like both of them are just like
dead staring.
Well, you gotta do the dead stare face, and I gotta do the other one was like. And I'm like, that was Justin and I at the end of the movie.
Yeah. No, for real.
Where we were kind of like,
that's it?
And lights came up, and we're like,
wait, we still got a movie to watch, right?
And then I get out, and I'm like,
no, there's got to be like at least another like 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
like, what the hell?
So, yeah, man, I think this is probably one of the most interesting movies we've seen.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would watch it again and again. I do love it to an extent. The more I think about it, the more I like it. Like I said, it's just one of those things.
It definitely took me like a few days to digest it, where I was like, okay. Like, I started understanding more of the movie, you know, as I was thinking about it. But what do you...
Man, okay,
what are you thinking over there with you know, like the little thing that we put at the bottom?
I'm gonna say.
What are you thinking of the?
Are you talking about rating?
Yeah, the rating thing.
You just went Sasquatch style yourself. You're like.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. Thanks.
Okay, you know, I'm interested to. You go first.
What?
No, I always go first. I want to hear what you
because I always get the question in first. I feel like I say this almost every time. Maybe because I'm a basic, but I'm gonna give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
What? We did. What?
Look.
Hold on. You just went through this whole, like, you were like, I'll watch that over and over and over.
I will. That ending still is just like
that much though, like, because that's the only thing that's really keeping me back.
I'll give it a 3.5. I don't, because it's. Man, okay, maybe I will give it a 4 because, like, it is like it's a really good movie to an extent.
Yeah, it's really just the ending that it. Like,
the filmmaking's on point, the acting's on point, and effects are on point. Like, the music score is awesome.
Music's
yeah, okay, you know, I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, like I said, it's just that ending.
Part of me felt like I shouldn't give it a 4, but I'm like, you know, I really liked it a lot.
It's a 4, bro.
People are gonna be like, these two are up, but you know what?
That's because we are, bro.
I think Cinnamon backs the Zellners, and we say we give it 4 heaping plates of them drug berries.
Oh yeah, give me them drug berries right now, bro.
And we'd give you a 5th plate, but that bobcat just tore it out of our stomachs with that ending. So we think it's worth checking out.
Definitely go watch it.
You're probably going to be disappointed by the ending unless you go with the effigy idea.
I will say that this is a movie, maybe you don't have to watch in theaters, maybe you just watch it at home, but...
I disagree.
He disagrees.
I think it's a theater movie. I think watching it at home is not going to be the same.
Okay, well, maybe me.
Yeah, you.
All right. Anyway.
Cool. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it.
Take it easy.